Those are some pretty horrible guests. No, mannequins. Oh. Alright, need a key. Alright, I'm gonna get killed. I got killed. Maybe I should sneak around behind. Why should be humming and brushing her hair in front of a broken mirror? I guess she didn't like what she saw. And she's got little geisha dolls on her own thing there. I think she heard it. This isn't a boss fight you can run from. Don't want to be here. Oh, you can't sprint forever. No wonder things were going wrong. Face me, witch. Okay, maybe don't. I didn't move fast enough. This is near the end, so I guess I was fairly close in how long I thought it might be. Get up. Get up, little one. Okay, come on, move it. Get up, stand up. I don't want to have to do this again. She's weakening, come on. Look at yourself, woman. Gotta say, feeling a mite peckish. Mind if I chew your ear? Look, this isn't going to be fun for either of us. My victorious walk. My hunger outweighs yours. Open sesame. The ladies' quarters. Final standard story achievement, I guess. I guess I didn't save many. I think you see more if you found and hugged more of them. Yes. Well, I mean, if anyone was interested in this, I doubt they haven't already seen full playthroughs from other people. I have. But I only decided to get it when it was recently on special and for the entire package. There's 3 sort of story-based DLC, from what I understand. It's like 3 extra chapters that are about different little people, different little nightmares, I guess. Voice actors. Not a lot of actual voice acting. Vocalizations, I suppose, but I guess that's why they only had a handful of people as voice actors. And the thing I will say about a game like this compared to, say, the Playdead games, Limbo and, well, maybe not Limbo as so much as Inside. Inside is very strange, and it's kind of trying to do sort of environmental storytelling, not having... It has a narrative, but it doesn't really have a story that you can follow. Now, maybe they actually had backstory written, explanations, and they just thought, let's not share it. This game, or a game like this, feels a lot more like there was a story, and they just decided not to have any kind of explicit engagement of that story. It's strange, and it's got a lot of weird imagery, but it doesn't seem like it's being weird for the sake of weird. Rather like how the guest chambers with all of the people feasting is vaguely reminiscent of Spirited Away. At least certain parts of Spirited Away. It has been quite a long time since I've seen that, but it's a, is it a Miyazaki film? one of those ones that was quite managed to be quite popular outside of Japan, obviously with a dub, but it spoke to people, I guess, and a lot of very strange imagery. But that seems strange unless, in the case of Spirited Away, if you were Japanese, a lot of the beings depicted were from, you know, folk tales and mythologies from Japan, whereas this, I don't know if it's specifically trying to evoke anything, but it, as I said, it does feel a bit more coherent. It feels like there was a story, or there was some backstory explanation. And as I said, it's quite possible that other strange games that don't have a strict story, they have a narrative, but they don't explain anything, they may have written some sort of backstory explanation. That's what they go, you know, it's not necessarily that it makes sense, but it's the logic of the setting. This feels like it has a lot more logic behind the setting and the characters and the narrative engaged in playing the game, but they just don't tell you what that was. That being said, it's not necessarily great storytelling if you can't really get anything out of it except making a bunch of fan theories. So it's the kind of thing that's destined to spawn fan theories, unless the creators have actually come out and said, no, this is what it was supposed to be about, and it's supposed to be symbolic of this or what have you. I mean, if there isn't any, if there's no suggestion of all of those hungry people being somehow associated with any kind of greed or gluttony, if they were not symbolic of, well, something that they would be obviously symbolic of, then you got to wonder why they bothered. But I mean, if they are supposed to be something that's representative of like exploitative consumer culture kind of thing, you know, hunger that can never be satisfied. But I'm not entirely, I mean, he said, this was saying Bandai Namco, but they were the publisher or distributor. I don't know much about the developers. Traditional Chinese localization. They did traditional Chinese localization, not simplified. Good on them. There's a lot of history behind the traditional writing system. Granted, there's a lot of... what am I talking about? Asian languages for? If I'd been paying more attention to the names earlier in the credits, then if I would have known. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of Japanese names there, but that's because this is like Bandai Namco. Japanese translation, well, suggests that it wasn't written in Japanese. Produced by European, okay. So European, alright, Nordic game program, there we go, so somewhere Scandinavian. Well, that could be my thumbnail. or something a bit more compelling, perhaps. Why is the mouse showing up? Thanking me for playing. I think that's... At first glance, it looked reminiscent of Bioshock, you know. But that's not a lighthouse. That's a smokestack. Yeah, this is all of the secret things. That's what you unlock. Stuff like concept art. I wonder if that's... No, that must exclusively be like the geisha dolls. I just wanted to look at this because I have a feeling that this is... I didn't find that room. Oh, wait a minute, no. That's not even that room. That's the other... Okay, that's 6. That's the things that 6 did. But that's definitely the... So, yeah, it's five chapters, the guest and the ladies' quarters. These are the DLCs. Yeah, that's all the DLC. I had a feeling that was how you did that. That's how you accessed it. Well, it's now 3:06 in the morning. I've been playing this for 2.5 hours. I think that's sufficient to go and stick on YouTube, and I will probably stream the DLC and maybe try finding other secrets on another stream sometime. I might even edit the video, stick it on YouTube but not publish it, and break it up into smaller pieces. 1 per chapter, that could work. Maybe like roughly 20 to 30 minutes per chapter, kind of. But anyway, that's enough out of me for now. I think I will go and upload this, but I might actually, yeah, might do that. I might break it into multiple pieces. Yeah. Thanks anybody who stopped by to watch. Thanks anybody who watches this in future on YouTube. This was, I mean, it had its moments of frustration. Not as many as others. I did know what I was supposed to do most of the time, and that helps. But as you could tell, knowing what I'm supposed to do and then being able to do it because the controls are fiddly, it's a bit of a different story. So I just needed a little tightening up of the mechanics. There's certain places that were more difficult to get through than they should have been. And that's me, because I complain. But often it is mechanical stuff. A lot of... Aesthetically, this is a very compelling game. It's sort of like reminiscent of like a Nightmare Before Christmas kind of thing. Not exactly, but that sort of oeuvre. I'm way too tired to be trying to sound posh. Thanks for watching. See anybody next time, whenever, for whatever. Bye now.